Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome into another night of Cantrell Countryway Travelway Cruise Line Cruise Show, guys. It's been fun. Missed you guys for the last week. Um, Homecoming's almost over, so I should be going back to normal schedule next week. Um, Welcome in to those that are here, and I'm glad to see you guys. Here's my thing, guys. It ain't gonna be a long show. Hopefully, we'll get some people here today. But honestly, um, you see Countable behind us um, well today, and I know I filled a lot of people in um, about what a special day today was, um, particularly for me, because it's the first thing that I actually got to do as a travel agent. Um, and it was a very great day, um, things like that. But anyways, Jason, good evening, good evening. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Good to see you. And I'm assuming it's probably your wife that's following you that's probably in here. That's number one, another one too. But either way, guys, welcome in. I'm glad you guys could be here for this special evening as I complete and wrap up the special day for me. It was really a blast. I had a great time today, and we'll dig into that. I hope everybody's been having a great week. Like I said, I've missed y'all. Oh, it's Jeannie. Hello, Jeannie. Good to see you. I know Pete's getting ready to go on his sports stream, but I had to come in and chat a little bit, guys, and do this because it was today was a great day. Probably one of the best days I've had in several days. Especially if y'all remember what I said, what I was doing today. Um, um, so you guys remember what I said, what I was doing today? Just curious. And then there's Jonathan Chong. Hey, Jonathan, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Um, and I know you'll be in and out, and it probably won't be a long stream, guys. All I can tell you is I got up at 5:30 this morning, had a long drive down to Port Canaveral, which is about 3.5 hours from me. It's about an hour west. Anybody that, in case y'all don't know, Port Canaveral is an hour east of Orlando. Yeah, I do need sleep, Jonathan. I was having a hard time staying awake coming back from Port Canaveral today. Um, but you know what? It's all going to be all worth it when we do the travel cruise show next week. You guys are going to see the results. But the good thing is you'll get to see the results of that next week as I'm going to put a slide together. I got some beautiful pictures. And this is the first time I actually got to do this as a travel agent. And if y'all remember what it is, I actually got to go visit we all know what MSC is. It's one of the cruise lines. I did get to go aboard ship today. Not as a guest, but it was actually nice to be able to board a ship from a point of view and learning things and I got to sample some food too. Oh, wait till you guys hear about the food. And I did eat something a little bit different outside of things. So you definitely want to be here next week at 7:30 to hear about my taste that I had. I had an awesome meal today that they fed us on the seashore from MSC, and it was just unbelievable. The food was I actually, okay, I will give you a taste test of this. I actually had a green salad, guys. I had a green salad. Now, y'all know my eating habits, but I actually had a green salad today. Um, that was my starter. Yes, you heard me right. David had a green salad today. Hey, Gloria, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope everybody had a good week. So don't fall out of your chair, everyone, just because I had a green salad. I was a travel agent, so I need to, I have to sample the cuisine. And we did get to have. I mean, I could have got like a fish platter. They had offered. They had something else. I can't remember what the one thing was, but you had a charbroiled burger with. I'll talk a little bit about the food here in a couple of minutes, but you could get a charbroiled burger with fries, but the burger wasn't a normal burger. I'll tell you that now. The burger was not a normal burger, and we'll dig into that in a little bit. And then you could get a New York grilled New York strip steak with some stuff on it and some fries. So that would have been our main course, and then of course we had a choice of two different desserts. So it was beyond wild dreams of what I didn't even expect. To be able to do this today was beyond wild dreams of what I expected. I mean, the only difficulty I actually had was trying to find a place to park because I went over to the terminal where usually there's parking close for the terminal for that cruise ship. I ended up having to go back to the north part of Port Canaveral and take a shuttle over because they're working on parking structures right now for that terminal. So it was kind of crazy. But welcome in, Dean. Good to see you, buddy. I hope all is well with you. Guys, I know y'all are familiar with it, but anybody that may be ninja watching or new to my channel, please go check out Dean the Turkey Lexter. He goes live a couple of times a week, I think, maybe a little bit more, but he does a great job on the thing. And we will be doing, I can tell you guys this, we will be doing our shows this week. We will be on the Disney Channel, over on the Space Mountain Channel. We will be having the Late Night Insomniacs Galaxy Twilight Hour tomorrow night, and we will be doing a cafe chat on Saturday. So please make sure you guys spread the word, share it out, and be ready to think. So anyways, so I get to the port today, and that was the biggest hurdle I had. Was I get there, I actually didn't have a problem finding the terminal. I actually found it pretty good. Believe it this, I don't know how many of you guys use Google Maps, but Google Maps for the first time actually put me where I was supposed to be. Unreal. That was unreal that Google Maps actually put me where I was supposed to actually be today. That was the crazy thing of it. Well, I don't know about the Android Auto. Android Auto tends to put me where I don't want to be. Google Maps is just a little bit better than Android Auto. But yeah, Dean, Google Maps actually, and I was actually gonna, I really wanted to get a hold of you, Dean. I almost thought of seeing if you wanted to meet later in the evening because I got done by 2:30, and I thought about maybe seeing if you wanted to meet, and I should have uh, IG'd you before today. I should have IG'd you since I was down in that area around Port Canaveral. I could have met you after. Um, but I didn't think about it with everything going on with the house and all that. Yeah, I quit messing with it, Jeannie. That's why I quit using the Android Auto. It's like trying to follow a robot leading the blind. But anyway, so yeah, so I get there. Ah, yeah, I'm sure that doesn't help either, Jeannie. I'm sure that doesn't help either. There you go. Oh, it's a good thing you're tech savvy, Jeannie. It's a good thing you're tech savvy. But I mean, obviously, um, so I get there to the port and end up finally I had to call MSC and finally, you know, the people that were in charge of the tour, and I said, where in the world do I need to go park? The thing about it is they were actually pretty quick. They called me back within 2 minutes and explained to me where we were going. I'm travel agent savvy, just so you all know. I'm travel agent savvy. But yeah, so obviously we got back. So I got there, finally got parked, and then of course we had to catch a shuttle over there, and we got there. So I mean, we actually got started about 10:30. Tour lasted till about 2 to 2:30. We had lunch at about 12, give or take. We had about an hour. We did about an hour for lunch, I think. At least it seemed like it. Not positive for sure, but again, the food was just it was. And you guys will see pictures of this next week when I do a slideshow of the whole of the ship, or at least the parts of the ship that we got to see. And I think you guys will. I think you guys will enjoy it. Um, and then you'll get to see the food pictures. I'm going to post on I'm going to post on Instagram sometime tonight. So there was one time I was like 140 over. So you'll get to see the food pictures tonight sometime. I'll post that later tonight sometime. Before I go to bed, because I don't have to go to work till 1:30 tomorrow. So obviously I'll do some work tonight. I want to reach out to MSC and thank them for the tour and how much I enjoyed it, and actually find out who I can talk to about bringing somebody in for an interview or a presentation to you guys for MSC, who for you guys that are serious that want to do cruises. I'm telling you, you guys will. This, the ship I saw was called the Seashore, and I'll tell you what. Out of the few cruises ships that I have been able to board, which ain't many, basically the Elation actually only one. But compared to the some of the ships that I have seen with pictures and people videos that did. Really amazing. Really beautiful. And it's stacked, I mean, in the restaurants across the thing, they've got relaxing lounges. I mean, if you want a sports bar, they have a sports bar. They have definitely relaxing lounges. You'll see some of the pictures of some of the restaurants that I did take. Next week I'll have to get an MSC. I'll have to see if I can get an MSC boat up there for next week for the background for this. But other than that, I mean, it was a good day. But now let's talk about what everybody loves to talk about, the food. Like I said, and Jonathan heard it. He heard me say it right. Yes, I did have a green salad today, which had cucumbers in it, and a couple other things that normally I don't usually have in a salad, but I did eat it, and so I actually kind of ate healthy today, thanks to being on this cruise tour. Because obviously, as a travel agent, I want to be able to say that I've actually tasted some of the food, and guys, the food was well done. The service that we got, and we weren't. I mean, think about it. We were travel agents taking Well, I hope you can catch it later, Dean, because really, and I need to get with you, Dean, and we need to catch up. I got to IG you, buddy. I apologize. Just so much going on with the house and that it's crazy. But I will get with you. Have a good night, Dean. Don't worry, I'm going to send them over to you. What time you going live, Dean? If you want, I'm going to ask you myself, Dean. Please put your link into your show for your stream. If not, Jeannie, will you? If Dean won't do it himself, Jeannie, would you get Dean's link and put it into the chat? So either Dean, you have my permission to put your own link in for your show, or Jeannie will get it and put it in. It'd be appreciated. Because Dean's a good member. Dean is one of my original moderators. From obviously as a moderator over here, but he's one of my original moderators from the Space Mountain channel. That obviously we all know that I do for Disney. But anyways, the food now for the main entree. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Jeannie. Now, for the main course, we had a choice of a New York strip, some type of fish. Yes, go see. Make sure you go check out Dean at 9 o'clock. And again, guys, make sure if you guys can, please share out this stream and keep it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Because we are growing this channel a little bit, and I'm hoping that it'll result in people wanting to take some travels, and we're going to get back to the travel shows again fairly regular here starting next week. We'll get back to Dave's Vacation Oasis. We will get back to doing what we do best, planning a vacation. So, and then you could get a charred burger, but not a regular charred burger. It's a charred burger that you could get, and there was something else, some type of one was a fish, one was a New York strip, one was a charburger, but it wasn't not an ordinary burger. I'll describe it to you in a minute. If I could, I wish I could bring it up. I'm going to do something real quick, guys. Bear with me. I'm going to try to do something. You guys have got to see the picture of this burger. You guys are going to get to see the exclusive sandwich that yours truly ate today. So if you bear with me for 1 second. I am going to pop in. That's just me, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to do one thing so you guys can see something here. If I can get it uploaded, you guys will see it in a minute. And I'm really hoping it'll take. So give me a second to download it. I mean, this burger was a good size. I mean, the burger was like this. The burger was like this, and you're about to see it. In fact, it did download. So I'm going to come out of the phone. So that one gets rid of that. But now let me show you guys this. You guys, let me know what you think of this. Okay, where did my what the heck? Okay, there we go. There you guys go. Here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it had this. I believe it had some bacon on it a little bit. Kind of onion rings. I think that's bacon in the back. Of course, there's fries. Of course, then it had onions, tomato, lettuce, and cheese. I mean, the burger was really good. You know, but anyways, but look how good it is. I mean, it was a good sized burger. It was delicious. Like I said, it had bacon, it had onion rings, and of course the lettuce, pickles, tomato, onion, and of course the fries came with as a side. Yeah, it was a good sized burger, and trust me, I did eat it. So what you guys are, it's one of their. Getting hungry. Sorry, Jason. I had to give you guys an exclusive look at that. Jonathan, it is one of their signature burgers, and it does come out of one of the regulars. I think it is one. It's not out of their buffets. This came out of a no. This came out of one of their nicer dining rooms. So yeah, it was more than their buffet style of things, but it was one of the regular grill dining rooms. Because they have several different restaurants on there, which you guys will see some of them in the slideshow presentation next week. You know, obviously it's like I said, I had a great time. I mean, and Well, heck, I might as well show you all the rest now. Fudge. Hold on. Coming back in. Coming back in. Okay, now you guys are gonna get to see, you guys get the premiere of the pictures. Just give me 1 second to get them downloaded. You guys are gonna get the premiere pictures of the food that I got to have today. I loved it, Jonathan. I mean, I actually took the cheese off. They didn't grill the cheese onto the burger. So I was able to, so the cheese was just right. Um, so that's why I know it's one of the regular grill restaurants. It's not their buffet. It's not their buffet, but it's not one of their fancy restaurants either. Um, but it was delicious. Um, because like I said, it had bacon, it had onions on it. Um, at least I think it did, and it was pretty good. And I obviously, you're right. I'm not. I am a very picky eater as to what I'll eat. Um, okay. Now that that's out, here's you guys are going to get to see in order of what it is. Here was the salad. That was the salad. So it was nothing big. Um, it had cheese, cucumbers, um, just little greeny salad, nothing major. And of course, you saw the food, you saw the burger. That was the main entree that we got. And you guys got to remember, we didn't have to pay for this. We actually got this as for coming aboard, and I'm going to tell you, this don't always happen. You don't always get fed at on the ships when you're doing tours like these. Sometimes it's just a nice major long tour, and you go through the ship. You get to ask questions, talk to them, learn about the ship itself and some things. But sometimes they feed you, sometimes they don't. From what I understand, this was my first one today, and it was just tremendous. And then there's the dessert. It had peaches, pineapple, um, some lime. I want to think of like a lime jello type thing on it, and then all mixed into a vanilla. It was called a vanilla truffle something, I think, because it was completely vanilla ice cream, but it was good. It absolutely was delicious, and that was what we got to sample today. And yes, I'll let you know later, Dean. Um, yes, you can, Gloria. Yes, you would be able to. You would just tell your waiter on how you wanted it. Now, I don't know if I could today. I don't know if I could have today because it was more of a. This was like an event for travel agents, but I can guarantee you, if you were going on there as a cruise passenger, you would be able to you would be able to get the your burger the way you wanted it, because you got to remember too that like if you got, and especially if you have if you have to have a special diet, like if you're a vegan, or maybe just because of some, you maybe got blood sugar problems or something like that that causes health issues. you know, and you need a special diet, you know, that's when you make sure that when you go aboard, you know, some cruise companies let you put it in when you're booking the thing. They will let you put that in immediately into the system that you need a special dietary needs. Um, but some they say once you get on board, then you know talk to them immediately when you go to your first sit down meal. You know, talk to your waiter that you say, look, I've got dietary needs. Let them know what your dietary needs are, and big time they will be able to help you. Am I getting the bug for big fancy food? You know what, Jonathan? Believe it or not, yeah, I think I am because there was. I don't want to give it away, but you're going to see some pictures in the slideshow next week. Um, well, and that's anywhere, Jonathan. That's even in the regular, even in their fancier restaurants where you need reservations. You can tell them that you have dietary needs, and they will take care of it. You just need to let them know ahead of time. Guarantee you, Gloria, you could get your burger the way you wanted it. Absolutely, absolutely. They will fix it as to the way you want it. I mean, so I can guarantee you, if I was a passenger on the ship and I said I would like to have chicken nuggets, that might be a different story. You know, it might be a little bit harder to get, but yeah, most of the time you will. If you have a specific way where you want your food, or if you have dietary needs, yeah, you'll be able to help that very very much. Um, Obviously, you can see I'm talking more like a travel agent because I've come full circle in this one, and this is the first major thing that I can physically say. This is what this is. This, and you guys will hear that more next week um, as we do the slide presentation, um, and hopefully I can get a couple of guests to come on or that. Um, but yeah, it was absolutely delicious. I had a great time today. And the pictures, the ship itself is absolutely gorgeous. Um, Now, and I'm telling you for this, it, what I'm going to say is that for with MSC, um, they do bring families, but if you're a couple looking to get away and just have a little bit of fancy free fun, then MSC is a good choice for you. Um, because they think they have plenty of spaces for the adults. You got private swimming pools for the adults. I mean, if you love the spas and massages, they have a thermal heat thing in there, which again, you'll see some of the pictures. You'll actually get to see some of the pictures um, that I took. And actually, it's some pictures that I mean, these are things that I actually only seen from pictures that I've done through the training through this company. But it was just an absolute joy to be able to see the stuff firsthand and the ship. And I look forward to continuing, hopefully being able to visit other ships in docks or do fam trips and things like that so that I can actually discover things. Um, but but yeah, it was an absolute pleasure today to be able to go to this ship, and I look forward to being able to present it to you guys next week in a slideshow. Um, Hopefully it'll work. So if hopefully we can get it together, we can get the slideshow put together, and we will have a great time for sure. Um, Obviously, it was tremendous to me today. Again, it was relaxing being around the water, being on the ship. I mean, when I walked across that plank, the planks today, and the catwalk to get to into the ship, it was just a great, awesome feeling. I mean, and look, I was only there for a few hours. I hated to leave when it was time for us to leave. I actually hated to leave. That's you know the best days of the cruise is when you get to embark on a ship, and they call it embarkation. Um, it don't. Somebody would have had to jump, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that, Gloria. So I will. I'm not gonna comment on that because I don't know what the situation is. I don't know. Not sure what it is. But so I'm not quite sure what I'm not sure what you're referring to. I haven't seen it myself, so I wish I could answer it, but it would be very hard to fall overboard. You'd actually have to be, hate to say this, but you would actually have to be either pushed or jump to go overboard. Even on a cruise line, you'd have to be pushed or jumped or jump. It was on today's news. Well, I'll tell. Let me look at it, and I'll get back to you on that one, Gloria. I don't want. I mean, I couldn't speculate it because one, I don't know what the situation was. Um, I don't know what the circumstances were. I would have been on board the ship. Um, but it'll be curious to look into, and I'll check into it and see what it says. Um, I mean, obviously that's concerning, but again, I'm telling you guys, doing cruises is probably still one of the safest way to travel, um, because most of the time nothing's going to happen on a cruise. Um, so, but yeah, so it was quite an interesting. I mean, going up and down the decks. It's a good thing they had the elevators because after a while, my legs were starting to wear out. We did use. I think I'd used the steps a couple of times, but most of the time we used the elevator. And I'll tell you what, I am impressed with the way the elevators operate because you can't get to any other section unless the control panel recognizes you going to that section. Um, the elevator, there's certain elevators that'll take you to the section that you need to go to, where wherever your cabins will be. The thing, you would touch the screen, it would come up, and then I think you would either scan like a band or your room car key. You would scan your room key, and it would tell you what elevator to use, so you can get to the right level of floor. Um, and then, you know, to be able to use your key on, and if you're trying to look around the ship, they have computer digital things that are big screens that if you touch it, it'll tell you what shows are going on, what events are going on, um, dining hours of the certain restaurants. Um, but then, plus a few other things that it does that really, I was in awe of the ship today. I'm not going to lie. It was a beautiful. It took me breathtaking. Just absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to show you the pictures next week on there. And it was just absolutely beautiful. I do know Pete is getting ready to go live, guys, so I'm going to do this real quick. It actually is time to do this.
Whether it's luxury or fun in the sun, Dave's got the tips to make your cruise #1. Tune in, sit back, let's plan your stay on Cantrell Country's Travelway. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we got your cruising covered through and through. Pack your bags and set your sights. We're cruising seas and booking flights from the ports to the waves where dreams come alive. Dave Cantrell is here to guide your ride. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we've got your cruising covered through and through.
All right. But anyways, so yes, if you are looking to travel, I am the agent in order of the Cantrell Country Travelway. If you are looking to travel and you're new to my channel and you're just now discovering me, please go check out my other videos that I do. And reach out to me. You can reach out to me through the things. Starting next week, we'll be putting in the regular links to how to reach out to me. But you can reach out to me through an agent profile travel page, Travel Leaders Network profile page. You can also reach out to me on Instagram through Space Mountain Dave Cantrell. And of course, if you go to Facebook, and you'll be able to find the Cantrell Country Travelway, which does have the link, both the Instagram and my Facebook, Cantrell Country Travelway Facebook page, has a link to the Travel Leaders Network profile page, where you can learn a little bit more about me, learn a bit about my travels, learn about my past customers. And you'll be able to basically learn, and it'll show you how to reach out to me by email or telephone with my business phone. Thank you, Jonathan. So. All right, guys. I actually wasn't going to actually plan on going this long, but I'm glad I did. I hope you guys enjoyed a small taste of what's to come next week. We will continue the food talk, and I'm hoping we can get Richard here, because I know he'll grill me on the food next week. But so I'll leave those pictures up so we can show everybody again next week. But don't forget, tomorrow night on the Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, we will be doing the Galaxy Twilight Hour. Saturday we will be doing. Saturday we will do the Disney Cafe chat. We will get back to doing our Disney stuff and pushing, because those channels are growing and I love it. And you guys are all part of this community, and I thank you all for being here and supporting. And like I said, any of you guys want to travel, you know where to reach me, guys. I'll be glad to help you make the vacations travel happen. We will definitely, my goal is to definitely make it magical. So with that, I'm going to say like I always do, have a great night, guys. And as my slogan says, let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find your magical vacation. Bye-bye.